Okay, hi there folks, this is Kim Willis. Welcome to the first of my Twitter trainings. This one is my Twitter core training. Okay, bit of an overview training. That's me, well it was me a few years ago. And a little bit about me just so that you get a little bit of perspective here, a little bit of background I think is in order. I'm an affiliate marketer first and foremost. It's not the only thing I do, but it's certainly one of the bigger things that I do. I've generated tens of thousands of leads online. Every day I get leads, day after day, week after week. And those leads have resulted in millions of dollars in sales as an affiliate and more than $1 million of commissions for me. I have a good life, I travel, I explore different cultures, so I've got a lot of time freedom. Right now I'm in Asia, I'm in Cambodia. Before that I was in Vietnam, before that the Philippines. I'm originally from Australia, but I've been basically traveling for a little bit more than 2 years now, and yeah, it's really changed my life. Here are a few shots here from different taken different places that I've visited. Top left is me on the beach there at sunset in Kota Kinabalu in Malaysia. Quite an exotic location. The one under it is a shot from kind of the rear of I think it was the Sheraton Hotel that I was staying at with my son in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. Top right, me in Los Angeles with my Mustang. Well, mine, I hired it. Always wanted to drive an open-top Mustang, so got the opportunity to do that. Underneath there is another photo of me this one is also in Malaysia at the Mari Mari Cultural Village. I also because I travel so much, I attend a lot of marketing related conferences, personal development conferences and so on. I get to meet lots of interesting people. Gurus, you might say. So top left is leading blogger John Chow, johnchow.com. One of the best and most prominent bloggers on the planet. Gets a ton of traffic. I mean, he's a legend. Top right is me with Mark Hoverson, who's also a fantastic marketer, has a significant travel business, plus has an interest in other marketing businesses. Down the left, bottom left-hand side, that's me with Nick Halleck, who's, oh man, this guy is an adventurer. He's climbed so many mountains, it's ridiculous. He's also a great entrepreneur in his own right, a terrific guy. And there's another one there with me on the bottom right-hand side. That guy is a direct sales hitman. Webinars is actually his specialty. And I was actually pretty sick the day that was taken. It was in Mexico, and I think I had a dose of Montezuma's Revenge, and it shows. I look pretty bad, and that's because I felt bad. Now, for this mini training, I want to talk about Twitter, as you know. I'm going to talk about how to use it to generate more leads, and I'm going to cover some core strategies. On other mini video trainings, I'll go into a bit more detail for you, but for this short training, I just want to do a bit of an overview, okay? So it's really just a few minutes to give you an idea of what you can do with Twitter. So enjoy today's mini training. Now, before I get into a little bit of the nuts and bolts here, there are a couple of core issues that we need to address. And the first one is about your target market, and the second one is about your pain points, or the pain points is experienced by people in the target market. So some people get a bit fuzzy on this. What is your target market, or who is your target market? What does your ideal prospect look like? What are their characteristics? What keeps them awake at night? That's the pain points, isn't it? Do you know what the pain points are typically with people who are in your target market? Are you real clear on that? There may be one or two pain points. There may be a lot more than that. Can you really articulate those pain points? And also, do you know how to address those pain points? Do you know how to solve problems? Do you know how to identify problems and then solve them? Do you know how to really drive the message home so that people feel the pain? Do you know how to magnify the pain? Do you know how to kind of press that raw nerve in the small of their back? Do you know how to do that? Yeah? No? Well, if you don't, you need to get cracking on it. You really need to develop some kind of a plan, because it doesn't matter how good your traffic generation strategy is, doesn't matter how good your lead generation strategy is, if you're not clear about pain points, about problems, and how to solve them, you're not going to get anywhere, because your messaging will be wrong. You won't have the potent messaging that your audience responds to, or will respond to. You won't have the potent message that really sets people alight and gets them to lean forward. So you need to think about that. Your target market, the characteristic target market. Do you have a profile of your ideal customer, your ideal prospect? And if so, what are their pain points? What are their hot buttons? Let's look at the game plan. Step 1, you need to have a follower strategy with Twitter. You do. There's no point just opening an account with Twitter and following a few people here and there and, wishing and hoping that a bunch of these people are going to follow you back, or a percentage of these people are going to follow you back. You need more than that. With Twitter, what I found is that, well, there are two ways of doing it, but the basic way to do it, and it's the method I'm going to teach you, at least initially, and I'm not going to do it on this video, but is to go for numbers. Okay, go for bigger numbers. You can refine this core strategy later, but the idea is to follow plenty of people. Okay, plenty of people who are in your niche. That's important. So you're going to type in keywords so that the sort of people that you're looking for are going to show up. So you need to have a follower strategy. Currently I'm following somewhere between 750 and 1,000 people, my number 1 account. My number 2 account is I use a more refined strategy there. I'm going more for quality, not quantity. Okay, so I've got 2 different strategies running with 2 different accounts. But initially, there's no real downside to just going for numbers, providing you're targeting people in your niche. So if you're a network marketer, you're going to be looking for network marketers. If you're an affiliate marketer, you're going to be looking for affiliate marketers. If you're looking for small business people, or you're looking for people in a particular industry, you're going to be going for those sort of people. If it's a small industry, okay, well, you're not going to be following 750 to 1,000 people a day, because maybe the industry is just too small for that. But if you're talking about the bigger niches such as network marketing, you can follow 750 to 1,000 people a day, no problem. Say even 500 is good enough. And then what you'll find is that maybe 30% of those people are going to follow you back. Now, there are a few core things that you need to do as part of your follower strategy. One is to have a profile, your Twitter profile sorted out properly. So you need to have a link to some kind of a page. You need to have a few keywords in there that basically represent what it is that you're on about. And you don't want to look pitchy, okay? Because if people see that, they're going to run a mile. People do not want to be sold. People love to buy, but they don't like to be sold, okay? Now, number 2 is your content strategy. If you think that you can build an audience, build fans, build a tribe of people that follow you, that really like your stuff, you're not going to do it if you're pitching all the time. In fact, they're going to unfollow from you very, very quickly, or they're just not going to follow you in the first place. All right, so we need to look at maybe a ratio. I kind of work on about 1 to 15, or 15 to 1. 15 tweets that offer value without a pitch. All right, so that might include blog posts, it might include a link to a helpful video, It could include links to other people's good content. Yes, I share other people's good content. We don't want to come from lack and limitation here. Just share the content. It helps to expand your audience, because some of those people that you're sharing or promoting are going to reciprocate. They're going to thank you. And this enables you to open up a relationship. So content strategy is very important. Please don't pitch. It's not going to work. It will backfire on you, and will leave a bad taste in your mouth. Then we have your engagement strategy. What's that about? Well, I can touch on it here. I'm not going to go into great detail about it on this particular introductory video. But your engagement strategy revolves around getting people to like your stuff, getting people to retweet it, getting people to put you on their favorites list. Okay? So that's, if you are just pitching people, they're not going to retweet anything. They're not going to like anything. And basically, they're going to ban you. So you've got to lead with good content. It's all about content. You get the content flowing properly, you are going to notice an increase, or are going to notice that some people are going to like and retweet your stuff. I have it happen to me all the time. And on another video, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you just how effective it is. But for this video, I'm going to just stick to the principles and the theory, and I can prove what I'm saying is right on another video. You're just going to take my word for it right now, because it is right. There's no question about it. So once you get people liking and retweeting your stuff, you can reach out to them, and you can give them a heart. You can thank them. You can ask them a question, how's things, stuff like that. You can say, thanks for retweeting, how's things, by the way, something like that. Get some engagement happening. This is social media, remember. It's social. It's social, isn't it? It's not pitch media. It's not sales pitch media. It's not hard sell media. It's social media. Get clear on that. Get clear on it, get some clarity, and you're going to be happy with the result. Step 4 is your conversion strategy. So let's define conversion. You're wanting leads, aren't you? All right. Well, there are 2 ways that I get leads. One way is that I get leads from people who see my call to action tweet. And that comes along about 1 every 15 tweets. So 14 or 15 or 16 of my tweets are not pitchy. They're either just a good value tweet without a link, or they're a good value tweet with a link, namely a link going to a high value blog post that I've written, a link going to a really helpful YouTube video that I've recorded, or a link going to someone else's content. That's the way we do it on Twitter. We promote other people's stuff, and then they will promote your stuff in return. Okay? And from there, we can start to open up conversations. But before then, you can actually get leads from people who see your promotional tweet. 1 in 15, 1 in 16 posts. And this will happen. This will happen when you build up enough followers. I'm now, as I record this, I'm approaching 45,000 followers. But you'll start to notice this when you reach even 2,000 followers. You'll start to notice some likes and some retweets. Okay? So that's the first thing. People will see your promotional post. Some of them will check it out, and that will go to your lead capture page or something like that, and you'll get a lead. All right? That will happen if you follow what I'm saying here, if you do what I'm asking you to do. But the other way to do it, and this really puts a turbocharger behind it, is to cultivate people that are liking your stuff. And cultivating new people who are following you, new followers. Okay? So we cultivate them by maybe asking them a question. First up, thanking them for following you, and then saying, how's things? What sort of business are you in? What are you here for? What are you looking for? Okay, just ask a simple, open-ended question and see if you get a response. Not everybody will respond because there are plenty of people on Twitter who use bots and so on, and they never even look at their Twitter. I don't know why they're even in there. It's ridiculous. Well, look, I shouldn't say that because that's what I did before I got clear on how to use Twitter. Okay? Ultimately, it doesn't work very well. It's much better if you engage people. So that's the conversion strategy, and what you want to do, whichever way you do it, is to send people to, well, your lead capture page. To me, that's the easiest way to do it. There are other ways of doing it. I mean, if you really start engaging people, you get some toing and froing happening by way of the direct messaging facility. You might be able to send them to a live presentation or to a sales page. But me, I prefer to send people to a lead capture page. And now they're on my email list, and from there, magic can happen. All right, that gives you an idea of the basic steps that we take. Now, of course, the devil is in the detail. There are a number of detail points that you may want to become clear about. In fact, you probably need to become clear about those detail points. But you've got to be clear on the strategy. And frankly, there's no point looking at any of the more in-depth videos if you're not 100% with me on what you've just seen. Okay? So you've got to buy into the strategy first up. If you buy into the strategy, okay, then we can worry about and think about the nuts and bolts, techniques and tactics. But there's no point bogging down with a whole bunch of detail if you don't buy into the basic strategy, okay? Because there's enough people wasting their time on detail when they haven't even made a commitment to the strategy. So you need to make some kind of an initial commitment to the strategy before you look at the detail side of it. Now, other training videos in my series are how to use Twitter to get more Facebook fans and friends, because if you've got an active Facebook account, Twitter can work very, very nicely with Facebook. Okay, Facebook is actually my marketing hub. Twitter forms part of my marketing strategy, but it all ends up on Facebook. Twitter engagement tricks that get people to lean forward. Why Twitter is not my primary social media marketing hub. How to brand yourself as the go-to person on Twitter. Why I don't use TrueTwit to confirm Twitter followers. How to find real people on Twitter and avoid the bots. And finally, how to strike a happy balance between pure content and sales promotion on Twitter. I go into more detail on that with that particular video. Now, there will be other Twitter-related training videos as I think of different, as a result of me thinking of different ideas, as I come up with different little techniques. I'm going to share them via video. Now, one day in the future, I'm going to charge for all of this. I'm going to package all of this up into a paid-for course. But for now, because I'm just doing it on the hop as I come up with an idea or record a video, I'm not charging for it. So you're fortunate that you're not paying for this right now, but a time will come when I'll pull all of these videos down and I will be charging a reasonable sum for people to access the training. Now, the other thing that I want to talk to you about before I close is to do with my 32 ways to get leads now training, which touches on Twitter, but it touches on a bunch of other training or lead generation methods that I use, specifically and particularly for people in the home biz arena, network marketers, affiliate marketers, people like that, top tier marketers, big ticket sellers, and so on. 32 ways to get leads now. It's a video, it goes for almost 1 hour, so it's pure content, okay? So there's no sales pitch in there. Maybe there's a little one at the end, but it's pure content Okay, 32 ways to get leads. Now, because Twitter obviously represents just one of the ways to get leads. And the way to do it, to get this free report, is to go to my blog, kimwillis.net, and you'll see an offer there on the home page. You can grab that offer, fill out the form, and you will get access to that training. All right, hope you enjoyed this introductory core training on Twitter, and look out for some of those more specific trainings in the future. This is Kim Willis. Bye for now.